they're ready. Ready for the meet. Yeah, you'll follow me. Left goal. So right now we're right goal coming out here. Yeah, the right goal coming was working. Yeah, so I have an older bracket that I can use. The right goal cam is not working. This sort of great shot of working. All right. I'm going to go live here. Ready? Here we go. Good evening and welcome everybody to CVCA Livestream's coverage of CVCA Royals Hockey. It's the Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League, and it's the final weekend of the regular season before Barron Cup Hockey. Next week, you are tuned in to CVCA Livestream. This is Tim Nichols. We're glad to be back with you from the Dan Kostel Rec Center here tonight for Friday Night Hockey. It's CVCA and Chagrin Falls. These two teams coming into the contest, they have not seen each other since the opening night of the season, a night in which CVCA skated away with a 5-4 victory against these Chagrin Falls Tigers. 3 goals were scored in the final 90 seconds of that contest. 2 by the Royals, 1 by the Tigers. And the Royals' game-winning goal scored with about 30 seconds left in that contest. Since that time, well, the Tigers have struggled to a 7-15-1 record on the season. They are 4-9-1 in the Blue North Division, but they are coming off their best game of the season, a game in which they upset the Mayfield Tigers, who are currently second in the Blue North Division just last weekend. And they didn't just squeak by, they beat them 7-2. The Royals, on the other hand, have had a rough time of it since the Christmas holiday period, just going 3-6-1 in the last 10 games. And we'll talk a little bit more about the Royals as we get into the contest here, but they are essentially a mash unit with injuries and sickness this season, and especially over the last 4 weeks. The Tigers are coached by head coach Craig Hoberman. He's in his 5th season behind the bench for Chagrin Falls. Chagrin Falls Barron Cup champions back in 2021, I believe, if my memory serves correctly, and a storied program from Chagrin Falls. They are looking to get another win tonight and make it 2 in a row. The Royals just looking to get it back in the win column, and you can look on the far side, and we'll get just 8 skaters in uniform tonight for CVCA and a goaltender. A very, very small squad for CVCA tonight for head coach David Vandeveer in his first year. The Royals limping to the finish. They are without Ben Dressel, who was injured against Amherst Steel in the CVCA Christmas tournament and out for the rest of the season. And then about a week and a half ago, they lost their best defenseman, Zach Humphrey, to an upper body injury, also gone for the season. Here's the starting lineups. And for Chagrin Falls, Mason Phillips gets the start in goal. He's a sophomore.
Number 8,
Ryan Delaney will start at defense. Delaney, a senior. And a fellow senior, Henry Simperman, gets a start. He wears number 6 for Chagrin Falls. The left winger, number 10, Josh Barona, a fellow senior. On defense, a freshman, number 17, Lucas Guy. And also on defense, number 15, a junior, Oscar Flatch. So that's the Chagrin Falls starting lineup. Once again, the Royals will skate just 8 skaters tonight. That's all they have healthy. And 3 of those 8 are coming off illness. The Royals actually had to forfeit last night's game. They didn't have enough skaters available against Mayfield. So the Royals will start a freshman, Lucas Brabham, in goal. Brabham has picked up the majority of the starts this season. Evan Canome will start at center for CVCA, a freshman. He had a hat trick in his first ever game with the Royals against Chagrin Falls back on November 14th. The captain for the Royals, number 10, Josh Porter, gets the start.
Number 22, Sam Larker.
Sam Larker starts at left wing for CVCA, a junior.
At defense, number 57, Rylan Chadima.
On defense, number 57, sophomore Rylan Chadima.
And at defense, number 92, Brody Hoffman.
And also on defense for CVCA, number 92, Brody Hoffman. We mentioned Brabham in goal. That's because the goaltender who started the season as the top goaltender, CVCA's Ryan Cogan, has been skating out because of the lack of available skaters for CVCA. He'll wear number 4. Right now we're going to pause for the playing of our national anthem. The anthem complete. We're ready for hockey on a Friday night from the Dan Kostel Rec Center. Glad you're with us on CVCA Livestream. Tim Nichols with you, along with Sean Mosher and John Powell tonight, bringing you the coverage from Garfield Heights. Mentioned the Royals kind of limping to the finish here. They come in with a record of 8-10-2, 6-7-1, good for 7th place right now in the Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League Blue North Division. The Royals can move up with a couple of wins. They've got a game tonight here against Chagrin Falls, and they play tomorrow back here. We'll have it for you on CVCA Livestream. That game for the Royals against Canfield. Chagrin Falls in action tonight, and they wrap up the regular season tomorrow with a game at the Pond, but they'll be the visitor against Orange tomorrow. Orange is the last place team, winless this year so far in the Blue North Division. So the Royals can move up. They can also fall down to that 8th spot. And we'll talk about all the Barron Cup seeding permutations during the first intermission here tonight on CVCA Livestream. But we're about ready to go with our first look at the Royals since the CVCA Christmas tournament. Royals were off the first week of January for the J-term period, and then had a couple of games in that second weekend. We were not on the air for that. Team was unavailable here. Yours truly unavailable in Chicago on assignment, as they say. And then on the road were the Royals last weekend. So finally, about a month later, we're back on the air with CVCA Livestream. And the puck is dropped, and we've got the first action of the evening, and the loose puck is battled for in the offensive zone for the Tigers. They send a shot in from the right point. That was Oscar Flatch. Shot was deflected into the corner. Canone will send it around the boards, but on the left point for Chagrin Falls, Lucas Guy sends it right back down low with the Royals control, and they'll try and skate out with it. Just 3 subs, or 3 available skaters as Chagrin Falls controlling here. They have it in the circle, send a shot and a save, and it's a rebound, bounces into the slot, sent up and out by Josh Porter. And it ricochets into the defensive zone for Chagrin Falls. First minute of play here from the Dan Kostel Rec Center. Tigers trying to send it on out, and they'll gain the zone. Left side, centering pass across to the near side. They're looking for Josh Barona. Barona will collect it. Now he'll skate into the left circle on the left wing, shoots, and a save by Brabham. Royals defense has given up about 50 shots on average throughout the entire course of the season. It has been a busy, busy crease for CVCA's goaltending tandem of Brabham and Ryan Cogan. Cogan steps out onto the ice as a skater as the Royals get a change here. Face-off drop down into the far corner. Angled up off the boards, and CVCA will try and move out with it. They do. Sent out to neutral ice, but collected there by Flatch. Flatch will skate up and gain the zone once again on the left wing side. He's got company from Parker Berthelot out for his first shift. Canone steps in. Berthelot there, but it's dug out by Chagrin Falls. Poked away on by Chadima into the corner. Christopher Barth was there. It's loose, and the Royals will send it up and out. Kogan angles it off the boards, and it'll be down and covered by the goaltender, Mason Phillips. First time calling his name tonight, and that'll win an offensive zone faceoff for CVCA. It's a delay. It's a delay. Back underway, and the Royals can't control, and it's sent out. And the battle, the race is on. Henry Simperman is going to skate in. He'll shoot, and it's wide of the goal on the near side. Simperman had a great chance right there. It's sent back out to neutral ice. Oscar Flatch has it. Dumps it ahead. He finds Delaney, Ryan Delaney. Now they'll retreat on defense. Flatch cross ice. Finds his defensive partner, Lucas Guy. Guy skates up but has it poked away by Josh Porter. Porter will skate in, and he'll dump it deep and chase it into the corner. Porter has it. It's poked up and away, and the Tigers will skate out the center ice. Sent in on goal, and a save by Bravo off the stick of Barona. Brody Hoffman has it behind his own net. Hoffman sends it up. It's tipped, not out. Shot in and wide of the goal. Barona again from the left side. Saved by Brabham for the Royals. Into the corner. Hoffman skates after it to the near side corner. 11:46 to go. First period. No score so far. And we have a Royal down, and the Royals could ill afford another injury. Behind the play, not yet able to get up, and this is just insult added to injury. The Royals with just three extra skaters, and we're trying to get a look at and see it who is down for CVCA, but unable to get up at all. Captain Josh Porter is down there, and this is just the story of the season for CVCA, who have already lost Ben Dressel and Zach Humphrey to season-ending injuries. Amari Atkins unavailable tonight. And we'll see who this is in the corner. Both teams have taken a knee. We've got a pause with 11:32 to go here in period number 1. If you followed us during the CVCA Christmas tournament, we mentioned to you that the Royals lost 91% of their scoring from a year ago. And came back with a very young roster, 6 freshmen, no seniors. In terms of juniors, just 3 juniors, and they have been decimated by injury so far this season. It looks like that's Brody Hoffman who's getting up to his feet finally and gets a hand. And as we look at Hoffman, it looks like, well, we won't speculate on what the condition of the young freshman for CVCA is. But if he cannot continue, that will leave CVCA with just 2 extra skaters on the bench. An unenviable position for the Royals, who will be tested. They already were going to be tested tonight. And the team unable to field a full squad last night due to illness that have been running through the team, in addition to those season-ending injuries that we talked about. And now down to just 7 available skaters if Hoffman can't continue. Back underway, and the Royals are in the offensive zone. It's dumped in by Sam Larker. Dug out off the boards by Nathan Barona and sent down the ice. Collecting it for CVCA is Josh Gross, but he has it taken away. Ace Rossi had a touch. Still loose in the corner. Rossi dumps it around the far side. coming in to collect it, and actually tipped out it by CVCA. The Tigers could not get to it, but back ranging after it is Oscar Flatch. Flatch, the junior, will skate out with some speed, has it poked away, and the Royals gain the zone. Offsides is the call, however. Whistle blows with 10:42 to go in the first period. No score here from the Dan Kostel Rec Center. Out to take the face off right below us is Canone for CVCA, and his counter number, both number 8. It is Ryan Delaney. Royals will dump it in. Collected by Flatch. Flatch surveys, sends it up, and it's tipped into the offensive zone where CVCA will send it right back out to neutral ice. Far side, Lucas Guy sends it ahead. Barona to Delaney. Far side. They can't get a shot on goal. They had Brabham out of position. He'll shoot, and Brabham will collect that one and stop play with 10:10 to go in the first period. Already 9 shots on goal. Check that, 10 shots on goal for Chagrin Falls. We haven't even played 5 minutes of this contest. Royals win the face-off. Angle it up, but it's intercepted. Far side and sent in. Tipped down low. The Royals come out with it. 3-on-2 if the Royals hurry. Canone dumps it into the corner. Skating into the offensive zone is Chagrin Falls. Delaney will shoot. Stick save for the Royals. Brabham sent around the boards. In the corner, Parker Berthelot dumps it around to the near side, and CVCA will skate out. Looks like Ryan Cogan is wearing 41 tonight. He has worn 4 earlier in the season. Far side, shot and a save again by Brabham. Goes behind the net. Cogan will bounce it off the boards, chip it up, but not out. Intercepted by Oscar Flatch. Sent around, but intercepted behind the goal line. Centering pass, shot goes wide. More pressure from Chagrin Falls. Another shot knocked down in front. And Chadima sends it around the boards, far side, but not out. Into the corner. CVCA will try and dig it out. Sent up, but not out, kept in by the Tigers. And the Royals finally chip it ahead. This is going to be icing against CVCA with 8:45 to go. Here in the first period, no score. CVCA and Chagrin Falls. Looking over at the Royals bench, and we do not see Brody Hoffman. Check that, we do see 3 over there, so we'll see if he can make his return to the ice. Meanwhile, play resumes, and the Royals come out with it. It's Josh Porter. Porter gains the line, but has it poke checked away and sent right back out to center. The Royals dump it in, delayed offsides, and they'll whistle it dead. And we are glad to see that Hoffman is back out on the ice right below us. So that is a fortunate development for CVCA. Hoffman, who was knocked down and took some time to get off the ice about 4 or 5 minutes ago, able to come back out for a next shift. Dumped in by CVCA, Josh Porter. Behind the net, misplayed by Guy for Chagrin Falls. The Royals had a chance, but it was knocked down. Still loose in front. Can they get a backhanded shot? No, but in the corner, CVCA Berthelot loses the puck. Passed ahead by Guy. He finds Rossi. Rossi with a nice move, skates in, shoots it, a save by Brabham, point blank. Nice play by Lucas Brabham, the CVCA goaltender. Rossi with another one. Stick save rather. Rebound out and sent back in. The Royals collect it though and send it out to neutral ice. Chagrin Falls will reset. Flatch cross ice. He finds Justin Bookman. He'll gain the zone. Bookman skates to the near side, has it poked away, and the Royals will come out with it. 1-on-3. Canone loses the puck and sent right back out to center. CVCA with some control and some time. Hoffman will just dump it in deep on the far side. Lucas Guy will just send it up, and it'll be icing against Chagrin Falls with 7:19 to go here in the first period. The Royals hanging around here with a limited bench against Chagrin Falls. The Tigers, as we mentioned, have struggled for wins this season, but they've got a couple of good wins on their resume. We'll go over them in a few moments. And right now, play has resumed. So the entire Blue North, while there is a hierarchy, has seen a number of upsets over the course of the season. Chagrin Falls with a win against Mayfield, we mentioned last weekend. I believe they've also defeated Canfield this year. And the Royals, when they were more healthy, a tie against the top seed in the Barron Cup next week, Westlake. A game in which they led late. Here we go with another Chagrin Falls chance shot. Another save for Brabham. Loose puck on the near side sent down the ice by Kogan. And they'll wave off the icing as that puck, oh no, they will not. That puck very slowly matriculated down the ice. The referee gave the benefit of the doubt to the Tigers. And we mentioned the Chagrin Falls got a couple of wins against Orange, but that win January 2nd against Canfield, 7-3, a very impressive result. And here's a shot, goes wide and misses the goal altogether. CVCA will try and skate out with it, but they cannot. Canone falls down. It's sent right back in, but knocked into the corner by Chadima. He's got pressure from Ace Rossi. Up to the point and shot down. Deflected down low. Saved again by Brabham. To the far side board. Sent up and not out. Kept in by Rossi. Rossi's going to take another shot and he'll score. Ace Rossi breaks the ice for Chagrin Falls with 6:03 to go here in the first period. And the Tigers take a 1-0 lead. Are we doing any replay or no? Sean, are you doing any replay? Are you doing any replay?
What?
Are you doing any replay? No, okay. It's you if you want to do it. So Rossi with the first goal tonight, and it's 1-0 Chagrin Falls. Here comes another chance for the Tigers, but it's poked away in the corner. Sent back to the near side. And the Tigers continue to try and pressure the Royals, who are literally on defense. A lot of pressure in front, and a backhanded shot with not much on it by Barona, covered by Brabham. That was the 20th shot of this first period unofficially for Chagrin Falls. Royals win that face-off and poke it down the ice. Icing is waved off. Kogan with pressure against Chagrin Falls' Oscar Flatch. It's turned over. CVCA sends it ahead into the corner. Kogan surveys, tries to center. It's deflected and picked up by Chagrin Falls. Into the corner it goes. The Tigers clear. Actually, they do not. Canone intercepts. Canone is going to skate in. Can he get a chance? He'll shoot and he'll score. The Royals, Evan Canone ties it up for CVCA. It's 1-1. Canone answers for the Royals. Time of the goal, 9 minutes and 56 seconds, and CVCA ties Chagrin Falls 1-1. So Canone, who had a hat trick against these Tigers back in November, gets the first one of the night for the Royals. Chadima skates in, the defenseman. Centers in front, he's looking for his teammate. Here comes Canone again, he'll shoot, and is gonna score again. Canone with back-to-back goals. He puts the Royals on top 2-1. Just 20 seconds between goals for CVCA's Evan Canone.
hit the button. So there's a replay there if you want to hit it.
Good.
See if we can take a look at that replay right here. As Canone skating in, gets a nice centering pass, and he fires it into the back of the net for the goal for CVCA. Chadima on the assist for CVCA, and the Royals, who have been severely outplayed in this first period with limited numbers, have a 2-1 lead. 4:20 to go here in the first period, and Chagrin Falls gains the zone with Ace Rossi. Rossi has it poke checked away, sent up but not out by the Royals, dumped down low and knocked down by CVCA's Sam Larker. The Royals will skate out. They'll gain the zone. Josh Porter will chase after it. He's going to get to it, tries to dump it to Berthelot. Porter gets it back, centered in front, shot! Loose in front, and the Royals with another chance. That was Larker who tried to get it there. Loose puck still, and finally the whistles blow, and now Chagrin Falls and CVCA recruit. Well, we're going to say they are getting back to know each other. This is what we expect to see from Chagrin Falls and CVCA. It was a late whistle, to be fair, and the puck dropped down. But the Tigers taking umbrage, and they're going to take two. Into the penalty box goes number 15 for Chagrin Falls, Oscar Flatch, and the Royals will send Parker Berthelot. So they'll get acquainted in the penalty box. They sit right next to each other in the single penalty box here at the Dan Kostel Rec Center. Coincidental minors for roughing, assuming that's the call. And we'll skate 5-on-5, but that will mean the Royals will be down to just 2 subs during the next 2-minute period, and then a whistle. 3:46 to go the first period time of these penalties. 11 minutes and 16 seconds. Here's a chance, nice back check for the Royals as a potential breakaway for Chagrin Falls did not materialize. Still in the zone though. Tigers looking for an equalizer. They got the first one, but then Evan Canone answered not once but twice for CVCA. Sent down low and a save and a long rebound. CVCA clears the zone. Icing at 3:13 to go. So we'll skate 5-on-5 with the coincidental minors until 1 minute and 46 seconds remains, and then a whistle. Offensive zone face-off for Chagrin Falls. It's dropped down, and CVCA holds the face-off but cannot clear the zone. It's sent down in. Brabham guards that near side post. The Royals sweep it up the boards, but not out. It's sent right back down low. And down there, CVCA's Brody Hoffman. We'll see it go by him. Loose in front. The Royals will clear it up again, not out. Kogan can't clear the zone. Sent right back in. Another save and covered by Brabham. 2:49 to go here in the first period. 2-1 Royals. Evan Canone with a pair for CVCA. The goal for Chagrin Falls off the stick of Ace Rossi. That's where we stand. Play resumes. Chadima sends it to the corner. It's picked up there by his teammate Larker. The Royals will skate out. Larker gains the zone on the far side. Will dump it toward the slot. Taken away by Chagrin Falls. Sent all the way down the ice, and the Royals will earn an icing against Chagrin Falls. And so they'll have an offensive zone face-off with 2.5 to go here in the first period. Face-off to the right of the goaltender for Chagrin Falls, Mason Phillips, his first year in goal as the starter for this Tigers squad. Nathaniel Newton had been manning that goal the last 4 seasons. Shot and a save with the glove for Mason Phillips right there. Nice job by the sophomore netminder. Tigers will change up. Royals, not many there to change. They'll keep the same 5 on the ice. 2:21 to go here in the first period. Offensive zone for the Royals face off again, but it's controlled by the Tigers, and they'll skate out with it. Sent ahead, looking for Chagrin Falls Simperman, but it's going to be icing against Chagrin Falls. They had a chance for an offensive zone opportunity, but just too far for Simperman. He couldn't catch up to that pass, and it was sent in from just beyond the red line, so they'll bring it right back down into the defensive zone for Chagrin Falls. The Royals will say thank you very much. Canone will take the face-off for CVCA. This one's dropped down, and Canone's going to have it. Canone bodied into the boards, and the puck is taken away. Cross-ice pass. Simperman skating out. He's going to skate in. Shot, and it misses the net completely. All the way around to center ice. Collected by Ryan Delaney. He'll send it back for his defensive teammate Josh Barona, who'll send it ahead, and this one could be icing again. And we've got 2 seconds left on the penalties. So the combatants who sit in the penalty box will stay until the next whistle. And the Royals do change up here. As to the bench goes Sam Larker. Tigers win it again, and they're going to just ice it to get the penalties released with 1:44 to go here in the first period. And so back for CVCA is Parker Berthelot, and back out to the ice is the assistant captain for Chagrin Falls, number 15, Oscar Flatch. $1:44 to go, first period. Royals and Tigers. Chagrin Falls wins it again. They're going to send it out to center ice again, and this will be another icing. Third or fourth in a row for Chagrin Falls. Coach Hoberman, as we look across the ice at his bench, he's got 5 available skaters. But they're looking a little tired as well here with these consecutive icings. This one's one back to the Tigers again. Flatch has it. Flatch pushes it ahead. The Royals dump it back down low. Porter for CVCA sends it toward the goal. It's off the side of the goal and goes behind the goal. And now sent out. And on the far side, Simperman's there. He's got a man coming with him. He finds him, shot, score! A beautiful goal by Ryan Delaney on a 2-on-1. Henry Simperman set that up, and the Tigers draw even with 1:15 to go here in the first period. Delaney, and you get another look at it right here. Simperman found him streaking in, and Delaney buried it in the back of the net. 2-1, rather 2-2 now, as we go back to even. .13:45, the time of the goal for Delaney. Chagrin Falls looking for more. Skating right in, shot, and a save by Brabham, barely keeping it even. Josh Barona trying to give Chagrin Falls the lead once again. Final minute of the first period. Delaney gets it back. Skates behind the goal line. Looking. Up to the point. A shot and a save by Brabham as it was sent in by Oscar Flatch. Stoppage with 38.9 seconds to go here in the first period. Stay tuned here at the first intermission. We mentioned before, we'll go over some of the, or as many of the permutations as we can concoct for the Barron Cup this coming week. Take a look at the Blue North and Blue South standings. But meanwhile, play continues here. Less than 30 seconds to go. Another save by Brabham. Loose puck in front. Another shot and a glove save again by Brabham. Brabham now has faced 30 shots on goal in just the first period. Stop 28. It's 2-2. Chagrin Falls trying to find a goal to take the lead here at the break. Sent to the near side corner with 10 seconds left to go. Barona up to Simperman. He'll shoot. And another save by Brabham as he gloves it down with 2.6 to go. 33 and counting. That is not a misprint. And the puck is dropped down, and the Royals win it and send it to the corner. and they're going to go to the locker room and look for a well-earned rest with a 2-2 lead. So we go to the first intermission. CVCA and Chagrin Falls tied at 2 apiece. The Royals got goals back-to-back, 20 seconds apart by Evan Canone. And Chagrin Falls had goals in that first period by Ace Rossi and Ryan Delaney. As we reach the first intermission, we're going to pause now for a message from Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy.
Camera one didn't come up.
Welcome back to CVCA Livestream's coverage of Royals hockey on CVCA Livestream here from the Dan Kostel Rec Center. It is the second intermission with CVCA and Chagrin Falls, looking at the orange logo, tied at 2-2. We mentioned we've got a lot to discuss here at the first intermission related to what's coming up this week with the Barron Cup imminent, starting on Monday at the venerable John M. Coyne Rec Center. And we'll take a look at the standings coming into tonight's contest here in the Blue North Division. And you see that CVCA currently coming into this contest in 7th place. Although that says 2nd place, so that is an older version of these standings. We'll take those off the board. But we can tell you that the standings right now have Mayfield in 1st place. Westlake in 1st place. Easy for me to say, because I'm doing it from memory. Westlake's had a great year. As I quickly thumb through a lot of paper, the Westlake Demons are going to be the 1 seed in the Barron Cup. And we'll just bring up the Barron Cup potential scenario coming into tonight's contest, and that will kind of give us the standings as well. So Westlake, if play were to end tonight, would be the 1 seed in the Barron Cup. And they would play the winner of the 8th seed in the Blue North Division and the Blue South champion, which is going to be NDCL in all likelihood. The Lions just need 1 more point in 3 games this weekend, and they are currently undefeated in the Blue South this year. So it's likely going to be whoever the 8th seed is and NDCL in the opener of the Barron Cup competition on Monday at 2 o'clock at the John M. Coyne Rec Center, and then the winner will play Westlake on Tuesday. Now, Chagrin Falls is currently in that 8th spot, but depending on what happens here tonight between CVCA and Chagrin Falls and what happens tomorrow, the Royals could fall into the 8th spot if they go winless the rest of the way. So, but if play started today, it would be Chagrin Falls and NDCL in that first game. The 4-5 game right now would pit Normandy and Canfield. But again, a lot will happen and a lot could change depending on how the games play out this weekend. But right now, Normandy is the 4 seed, Canfield the 5 seed. Mayfield is locked in. So the teams you see in white are locked in. Mayfield, the 2 seed, and CVCA, the 7 seed. Solon is currently the 3 seed. And Solon has had a fantastic run since Christmas. They are undefeated. The Solon Comets went 0-6 in their first 6 divisional games. They've won 9 straight in the division and 12 straight. I think it's now maybe 13 straight overall. The Comets are absolutely on fire. During that period, they've got wins against everybody in the division, except for Westlake, I believe. And the Comets, a dark horse here in the Barron Cup. They have just not lost a game since before Christmas. And Aurora, currently the 6th seed, and they should be in yellow because that could change as well. But we will update this graphic based on tonight's results here and elsewhere for tomorrow's contest when we're back with you on CVCA Livestream when CVCA hosts Canfield here at the Dan Kostel Rec Center, and that game kicks off and drops the puck at 5 o'clock. All right, we'll take that off the screen. We mentioned the Blue South standings, so we'll see if we've got those set up properly. And there they are. There's NDCL with their perfect 9-0 record in the division. Just need 1 more point to clinch their Barron Cup seeding. And again, they will play whoever ends up being the 8th seed. And right now, it's going to be one of CVCA or Chagrin Falls. There is an outside chance that it could be Aurora as well, but unlikely. We'll see. And that is the Blue South standings as we enter competition tonight. We mentioned at the start of the contest that the Royals have just had a terrible run of it here since the Christmas holiday. Here's a look at their last 10 games. CVCA 3-6-1 in those last 10 contests. They did have a 2-1 win against those Solon Comets. That may be the last Solon loss. That happened just prior to Christmas. And then the 5-4 overtime win here at the Dan Kostel Rec Center against Orange. That game was seen here on CVCA Livestream. And there goes, for a moment, there went the video for us, but it came right back, so that's a good thing. And then the Christmas tournament for CVCA took place, a 2-2 tie in which Avon scored with just 2 seconds left to forge that tie against CVCA. And in the next game, it went downhill, and downhill in a hurry. Amherst Steel is currently in first place in the red division, the top division, and they participated in the CVCA Christmas tournament. They did not give up a goal. And in that game, CVCA's Ben Dressel took an awkward hit at the blue line. Not a dirty hit, but an awkward hit. And that ended his season. One of the leading scoring candidates for CVCA lost for the season in that game against Amherst Steel. Beyond that, the Royals matched up with Avon once again in that tournament, and the second contest went to Avon 2-1. And then the losses continued. A loss against Mayfield. They did have a big win against Orange, but then losses against Normandy, and in that Normandy game, Zach Humphrey was lost for the season, the Royals' top defenseman. And then you see another loss against, I believe that is Solon. And then last night, the forfeit loss against Mayfield, where the Royals just were not healthy enough to field a team. And so the Royals are kind of limping to the finish line, but right now they are in a battle. Despite giving up 33 shots on goal unofficially in the first period, the Royals are tied with Chagrin Falls 2-2 here at the first intermission. Clock is wound down here on the first intermission, but the Zamboni's still out on the ice, so that'll give us a chance to talk about how you can help us here at CVCA Livestream. If you enjoy the coverage that we brought to you throughout the fall and throughout the winter months, we certainly welcome your support. 100% professional production, 100% volunteer staffing, doing the best to give you the best coverage here with a limited volunteer crew tonight, but glad to be here. It certainly takes some dollars to put together what we do at CVCA Livestream. Did over 40 events last school year. We are upward of at least 20 with more to come. This school year as the spring looms. And if you would be willing to help us out and give to support the streaming costs and the equipment costs here at CVCA Livestream, you can do that by making a tax-deductible gift to Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy. You can go to cvcaroyals.org/give-now or scan that QR code, and you can make a gift to CVCA Livestream, and that will go to that category, that account, as long as you comment CVCA Livestream in the comments section. We certainly appreciate you and your loyalty in watching CVCA Livestream throughout the years. This is the 6th year we've been bringing this coverage to you, and if you are so moved, we'd certainly welcome your financial support as well. Zamboni is about ready to head off the ice, and we're going to pause for right now for about a 2-minute break. You'll see the intermission slide come up on the screen. We'll be back here to bring you second period action in just a few moments. Oh, replays, yep. Welcome back to CVCA Livestream's coverage of Royals hockey. We've got some first period highlights to show to you, and we're going to roll them right now. Without further ado. And here they are. Here's one of the 2 Evan Canone goals for the Royals after Ace Rossi put Chagrin Falls on top of Canone. With a nice feed there at the Royals. Not one, but 2 goals. And after a loose puck here by the goalie, Mason Phillips, there's some friendliness right there from both teams. And then the equalizer by Chagrin Falls, the goal by number 8, Ryan Delaney. Both teams have returned to the ice now. We're ready for second period action from the Dan, as we like to call it here in Garfield Heights. It's been the home of CVCA Royals hockey since the 2020-2021 season when the COVID pandemic hit. The Royals were without a rink about a week before the season was scheduled to start. And the good folks here at the Dan Kostel Rec Center opened their doors, and the Royals have made this their barn ever since. In this second period, the Royals in all blue will go left to right. Chagrin Falls right to left, and we are underway with second period action.
It's not the right shot.
30 seconds gone here in the second period. Chagrin Falls trying to work up the ice. Into the offensive zone, Delaney centering pass knocked away by CVCA's Brody Hoffman, who's come back after what seemed like a serious injury in that first period. Good to see Hoffman back. Missed only a couple of shifts. 2-2, and that puck is sent in and swooped away by the Royals goaltender, Brabham. Another shot and another save by Brabham will have a stoppage with 13:56 to go in the second period. So did you figure out what went wrong? Got to get the right directory, the hockey directory, not the football directory. They drop the puck down, and we are back underway. Royals clear the puck out. Tigers will try and head up ice once again. It's the long change period here in the second period. Not that the Royals will be changing very much with just 3 extra skaters. Rossi gains the zone. He's going to skate in, and he'll shoot, and he'll score. Second of the night for Ace Rossi, and he puts the Tigers back on top. It's 3-2. Chagrin Falls retakes the lead. Time of the goal, 1 minute, 27 seconds of the second period. So Chagrin Falls, on their 37th shot of the night, gets their third goal. 3-2. The Tigers are back in front. Back into the offensive zone for the Tigers, only for a moment. CVCA counters, but too far off the blade of Parker Berthelot, and the Tigers will head up ice once again. Oscar Flatch down the right wing, loses the puck. Hoffman angles it ahead. Kogan sets a pick, and the Royals have a 2-on-1. Canone in the circle, shoots. It's deflected up into the rafters off the stick of Lucas Guy. Both sides change up. 12:54 to go, second period. Tigers drop that down and send it down ice. Here comes another chance. Simperman gathers, surveys, sends it across, and it's poke checked away. And the Royals will send it out of the zone to neutral ice. Cross ice. Barona sends a laser beam over the crossbar. Simperman has it, pushes it forward, down low, give and go, comes all the way back to the right point, sent down to Simperman. He'll pass up to Barona. He'll shoot rather. That's Delaney rather. And another save for Brabham, who has been very busy tonight. The young goaltender for CVCA, Lucas Brabham, just a freshman. Royals dig that puck out. It's sent ahead. Dumped in. And still loose and finally sent out to center ice. Back on it is CVCA's Josh Gross. Gross fans on it. He's going to turn it over. Here comes a chance for Chagrin Falls, but it's Canone who steps in and takes that out of harm's way. Canone up the ice, and he gets knocked down from behind. No call there, and it's flipped ahead to neutral ice. The Royals will just dump it right back in. They tie up. Waiting for it behind the net is one of the Tigers. And a big collision right there. The Royals dump it to the near side. That was Berthelot sending it to the near side corner where Canone is waiting, but can't get there first because Nathan Barona was there. And the Tigers will start out. Rossi stood up at the blue line and didn't like it. Tells Evan Canone a thing or two, and Chagrin Falls will just ice it to get a change. 11:05 to go. Second period. Ace Rossi with his second of the night put the Tigers back on top just a minute and a half into this second period. It's 3-2. Evan Canone with the 2 goals for CVCA. Ryan Delaney had the other one for Chagrin Falls. There's a shot and a save by Phillips off the faceoff for CVCA with an opportunity. So we'll do it again from the right faceoff dot. Sam Larker won it to Kogan, but he couldn't handle it. Picked up by Henry Simperman. He'll send it ahead, but down the ice it goes, and it's collected by CVCA. Hoffman, but he'll lose it. Still loose. And the shot trickles behind the net for the Tigers. Misses the goal. Dumped back down low. Sent out. Intercepted by CVCA's Kogan. He'll just feather it ahead. Icing is waved off, and so Oscar Flatch has to play it. Kogan in the corner has pressure from Simperman. Simperman will dig it out for Chagrin Falls. Once again, Kogan, a normal goaltender for CVCA, hadn't played for at least 3 or 4 years out. Simperman shot that one in after the whistle, and CVCA's Sam Larker let him know that he saw that. So you watch the replay.
You can hear me? Okay.
Face off in the offensive zone for CVCA as they bring it all the way back down after that late shot after the whistle. So that late shot for Simperman cost the Tigers defensive zone face off, and actually a penalty for delay of game is what they've called it. So the Royals are on the power play. CVCA on the power play. Their first of the night. Simperman in the box, 2 minutes for delay of game. Minute 20 to go on the power play for the Royals. Chagrin Falls clears it down the ice, and Hoffman will retreat to get it back for CVCA. Hoffman will skate out. The Royals cannot control, though. Porter gains the zone. Offsides. So once again, Simperman in the box for delay of game for that shot that came after the whistle toward the goaltender for the Royals. And the Royals will see the face-off just outside their zone on the offsides. It's dropped down and CVCA controls. Chadima, he'll skate in. Chadima on the right side. It's dumped down low by Larker. Behind the net. Wraparound chance off the side of the net. Josh Gross can't get much on it, and Chagrin Falls with a shorthanded chance, but nice back check right there by Rylan Chadima. Canone, 33 seconds to go in the penalty time. Has it poke checked away at center ice. He'll just send it to the near side. Larker, he'll try and matriculate up the ice, sends it ahead. The Royals gain the zone. Chadima will dump it down low. Larker will chase it. He's got company down there by Flatch with just 13 seconds left. Canone tries the center, gets it back. Canone with 7 seconds left up to the point, and it's poked away. And here comes a breakaway chance for Josh Barona. He's going to skate in. Saved by CVCA's goaltender, Brabham. Penalty time is up. Back to 5-on-5 as Simperman rejoins the fray. 3-2, Chagrin Falls with 8:13 to go here in the second period. Chadima gains the zone, dumps it to the corner. He's going to chase it himself. Flatch is down there as well. Flatch gets to it first. Still loose. Kogan centers it. Nobody's there except for Ace Rossi. It's sent ahead to Simperman, and Rossi trailing. Simperman skates in, shoots, and a save. Loose in front, still loose, and it's now trickled to the near side, up to the point. Left point, shot in, and a save. Brabham makes the save without his stick, and he gets the stoppage. With 7:39 to go here in the second period. Ace Rossi, as you see the replay right there. Brabham save. We're about to say Ace Rossi, the difference right here with the only goal so far in this second period. Chagrin Falls 3, CVCA 2. Rossi looking for a hat trick. That one sails across the goal's crossbar. On the far side, Hoffman digs it out. Pokes it ahead. Porter looking for a teammate. Berthelot has it knocked away. Porter will send it up. Icing is waved off, so the Tigers have to play it. Chagrin Falls looking for win number 8 on the season, and 2 in a row. A win streak if they can come out of this with a victory tonight. Larker for CVCA will send it in. It's knocked down, though, right there at the left point. And Chagrin Falls will skate out with it. So Para-Royals come together. Oliver Anderson with a rare shift. Tigers control up to the left point. Nathan Barona sends it down low. Another save for CVCA's Brabham. We'll look to see. That is 42 shots unofficially here for Chagrin Falls, and we are just past the midway point of this one. CVCA sends Gross and Kogan as they change the defense. Forward stay out. Face off one back to Kogan. He'll retreat. Stop. Hoffman will send it up, and it bounces over the stick of Oliver Flatch, or rather Oscar Flatch. He has to retreat all the way back and send it around to the near side corner. Sent back his way by Josh Barona. Flatch has it on the far side board. Sends it ahead, but not out. Kept in at the point. Larker, but he can't control. And Chagrin Falls sends it ahead. Barona centers, but intercepted by Hoffman for CVCA. He'll send it ahead. Kogan taps it forward. But 2 defensemen for Chagrin Falls waiting there. And the Tigers will dump it back in. Josh Barona sends it behind the net. Hoffman for CVCA in the corner once again. He'll battle. Hoffman falls down. Loose. The puck goes behind the net and taken away by Chagrin Falls. Centering in the slot, but not able to control it was number 6, Henry Simperman. And CVCA's Josh Porter gains the zone, but it gets stood up. It's loose, and Canone comes over and picks it up. He's going to fire. A floater is stopped by Phillips. Kogan steps in there and pokes his nose in. Ryan Kogan, who's certainly well acquainted with being a goaltender, says, "How do you do, Mason Phillips?" Kogan sends over, or skates over to the side, and we'll take a well-earned break. 5:56 to go here in the second period. CVCA trailing 3-2 against Chagrin Falls. At the point, Chadima sends a shot wide. On the near side, Gross will try and get one down low. It's knocked down, and Chagrin Falls clears. Josh Gross has to chase, but Ace Rossi's going to beat him to the puck. Rossi, just a sophomore, but he's going to be a star. What we're seeing, he gets a shot off, and it's saved by Brabham once again. Up to the right point, controlled by Flatch. Flatch will send it across ice, but it's intercepted. Here comes CVCA. They get a 2-on-1 if they hurry. On the far side, centering across, but it's intercepted. Nathan Barona sends it up and out, and he careens into the boards. Gets up slowly. The Royals gain the zone. Porter in the left circle gets a sharp angled shot. It doesn't hit, or doesn't find its way to the goal. Goes all the way across to the near side. Dumped back down by CVCA's Parker Berthelot. Sam Larker, now Berthelot once again in the corner. He's got a little bit of space, but misplays the puck, and he's leveled by Ace Rossi. And the Tigers will send it all the way down the ice, where Brabham have to make a full save. He'll dish the puck to his teammate, Chadima. He tries to sweep it around the boards, but a funny bounce. It's centered across. Not expecting that was Christopher Barth, who's in the corner battling with Kogan. It's sent up to the point. It's going to go all the way to Flatch. Flatch will send it down low. It's tipped. And the Royals trying to clear it. Sent back toward Brabham, and he makes the save with Rossi right there on the doorstep. 4:18 to go here in the second period. Offensive zone face-off coming up for Chagrin Falls in the right face-off dot. The Royals win it, and they send it down, and this is going to be on goal, and so Phillips has to make a save. He leaves the puck there for Lucas Guy, who sends it ahead. It's poked away at center ice. Canone can't control, and now it's another shot and another save. This one off of Simperman's stick. Brabo makes another save. 48 shots on the scoreboard, and I'll update momentarily to 49. And a goal. Chagrin Falls off the faceoff, scores. And they make it 4-2. Henry Simperman will get this one. "11 minutes, 8 seconds. And Simperman, as you see it right here, buries it. And for the first time today, it's 4-2, a 2-goal lead. Simperman from Delaney. And there's another chance. Down low, it's knocked down, and CVCA will send it out. Flatch is on it. So as we were saying the first time today, some breathing room for these Tigers. They have scored the last 3. The Royals had a short 2-1 lead for the latter minutes of the first period. Chagrin Falls got one late, and they took the lead here early in this third period, and now they've doubled up. Winding down to 3 minutes here in the second period. Here's Canone. He'll skate in. Centering pass. Josh Porter shot, and a save by Phillips. Nice job there by Canone to find Porter skating down the left side. You'll watch it again here. Porter could not finish right there, and Phillips up to the task. Back underway, and here comes another breakaway. Rossi looking for the hat trick. He skates in, and this time he's stymied by Brabo, who makes another save on a breakaway by Ace Rossi. Kogan has it poked away. Can't clear the zone for CVCA. Dumped back down low. On it is Sam Larker. He'll send it around the boards to the near side. CVCA's Parker Berthelot can't control. Down low. Nathan Barona trying to battle. Centers in front. He had a waiting Christopher Barth right there in the slot. Now a shot, another save for CVCA's Brabham. That time it was Flatch who sent it in. Up high, down low, another save, a big juicy rebound in front. Another shot and another save for Brabham. The pressure just continuous for Chagrin Falls against CVCA. Kogan will send it forward. Berthelot gains the zone, but 1-on-3. Chagrin Falls digs it out, and Oscar Flatch heads back to the offensive zone. On the left wing side, Flatch waits, shoots, and a save by Brabham. 1:47 to go, second period, and the onslaught continues as you watch it right here. Here's the last of the Chagrin Falls shots, which continue to increase like you're at the gas meter. CVCA sends Sam Larker to the bench to get a breather. They win the face-off. Chadima angles it ahead, but not out. Sent back in. There's another save by Brabham, and another save by Brabham. That's not a broken record. It just continues. 2 more and a stop. And another face-off on the far side with 1:34 to go here in the second period. CVCA playing this game with just 8 skaters, as Chagrin Falls sends another one in there. It goes over the goal. Loose in front, and a score. A beautiful goal right there. In front, the goal scored by number 8, Ryan Delaney off a beautiful pass from Josh Barona, and it's 5-2 Chagrin Falls with 1:26 to go here in the second period.
Did you mark that?
There you get a look at it right in front. Delaney puts the Tigers up 5-2 here. Time of that goal, 13 minutes and 34 seconds. Porter for CVCA will counter. Good back checking though by his counter number. Barona. Royals trying to keep the zone. They do. It's dumped in, and a bouncing puck is picked up by Chagrin Falls Flatch. He sends it ahead, and here comes another chance shot, and that one's knocked to the far side off the glove of Brabham. Final minute. Kogan, 1-on-3, gains his own. He'll just dump it deep. In the corner, Flatch trying to outlet. It's kept in by CVCA. Shot, and it's off the side of the net. Flatch has it again. 35 seconds. Angles it up, looking for Rossi. They wave off icing. Rossi will chase. Chidima guarding him. Centering pass to the corner. Oh, waiting for it, and not waiting for actually Joaquim Albuquerque. First time we've called his name. Icing against the Royals. Not sure if it's Joaquim or probably Joaquim, but Albuquerque was not ready for that pass on the backside. He was wide open. A junior forward for these Tigers. 20.2 seconds to go. Another save off the faceoff for Brabham. In the corner and back up to the point. Nathan Barona has it taken away. Good poke check by Flatch, preventing a CVCA opportunity. It's sent back to center ice. Here comes a final chance for Rossi. 3 seconds left. He skates in, passes. Shot saved by Brabham at the buzzer on the 2-on-0. Right at the buzzer, and we might have some adjudication to do here at the end of the period. Referees over to the sideline, and we'll see if we have some penalties to start the third period or not. Got that replay, John?
Still trying to get the score box off.
Here comes that replay on the
Oh, that was the 2-on-0.
the 2-on-0 right there at the end.
Number 13, Justin Bookman from Chagrin Falls Tigers. Penalty box for unsportsmanlike.
And there is an unsportsmanlike penalty against Chagrin Falls that was called at the end of that period. It goes on Justin Bookman, number 13. So the Royals will start out the third period on a 2-minute power play. And they'll take that opportunity with the short bench that they've got to hopefully have an opportunity to claw back a little bit closer. But we've reached the second intermission here from the Dan Kostel Rec Center. CVCA and Chagrin Falls with the Tigers leading 5-2. Three goals in that second period by Chagrin Falls. And they've put some distance between themselves and the Royals. 55 shots, I believe, is what they're up to here after 2 periods as you're watching CVCA Livestream. Tim Nichols, along with you, got Sean Mosher and John Powell bringing the coverage to you tonight. We hope you're enjoying it. We mentioned that the Barron Cup is coming up this week from the venerable John M. Coyne Rec Center. And we're going to take a look at the Barron Cup seating once again, and with the purpose this time talking about how you can watch the Barron Cup. So our good friends over at Sports on Tap podcast will bring you coverage on Monday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for the championship Saturday of the Barron Cup. They will have 2 games on Monday night, and you can see on the screen here, those will be the 3-6 and the 2-7 matchups here in the blue division. So Sports on Tap podcast, you can find them on YouTube, SOT podcast. And they will have their Barron Cup coverage Monday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So the 2 night games on Monday here in the blue division, which would likely include at least one of these teams, the way things are likely going to play out in that 2-7 slot against Mayfield at 6 o'clock on Monday night. So again, that's SOD Podcast. Our good friends will be taking care of the coverage from the Barron Cup this year. Yours truly will join them on Thursday night and bring you the play-by-play in the white division on Thursday night on Sports on Tap. And we encourage you to find them at SOT Podcast on Facebook and X. And I'm not sure if they're on Instagram or not, but they are a good bunch of guys, and we wish them well this week in their coverage of the Barron Cup from the John M. Coyne Rec Center. Our next game will come up tomorrow, right back here on CVCA Livestream. We've got CVCA and Canfield to wrap up the regular season. The Royals shut out Canfield in a rather surprising result back in December. Back with a full squad and Ryan Cogan in goal, they defeated Canfield 2-0. The Cardinals looking to gain revenge and finish strong. Canfield 14-9, I believe, coming into the weekend, having a good season down near Youngstown. The Cardinals will head up here to the Dan Kostel Rec Center, and we'll have that coverage beginning at 4:55 tomorrow. Puck drop at 5 o'clock back here on the CVCA Livestream and YouTube page. If you found us tonight, we'll find us again tomorrow at 5 o'clock for more hockey, the final regular season game for CVCA this year in 2026. Guys, any highlights of the second period? Second period highlights? If we got them, we'll run them. We'll let them figure it out. We'll try and bring you some of those highlights here in just a few moments. Once again, Royals trailing 5-2 here in the second intermission. And here we go with those highlights. Here's Henry Simperman off the face-off. And here's the pretty goal with the pass from number 10, Josh Barona, to Ryan Delaney, who was just waiting there in the slot and put it in the back of the net. That gave the Tigers a 5-2 lead. Second intermission taking place right now. The Zamboni doing its thing. And we will pause right now and just allow you to enjoy the Zamboni. And we'll be back here with third period action in just a few moments. Test, test, test. Test, test, test. That was live. This is not live.
Okay, it sounds the same to me.
Yeah, I think it does, but I don't think I'm live.
But my headset might not be mixed the same way it was last time. Because I could hear John when he was on the back on the air. Yeah, like I heard you on the air and not Tim. It's weird.
That's why I am said talking too much, because I have no idea.
Oh, and I also heard replay sounds. Just now, when we did the highlights.
Welcome back to CVCA Livestream's coverage of the Royals' final regular season weekend here at the Dan Kostel Rec Center. It is the second intermission between CVCA and Chagrin Falls. The score here at the second intermission is Chagrin Falls 5 and CVCA 2. Just get a note from our good friends over at Sports on Tap. We mentioned that they'll have their Barron Cup coverage this week, Monday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Well, they've just added Wednesday to their coverage as well. So you're going to be able to see Barron Cup on Sports on Tap every day this week except for the Tuesday games. They'll have the 6 and 8 games on 6 o'clock and 8 o'clock games on Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, all the games on Friday, and all 3 championship games on Saturday. And so you get your opportunity to see all the best that high school hockey has to offer here in Northeast Ohio over on Sports on Tap podcast on their YouTube page this week. So they've got an outstanding slate of Barron Cup coverage coming up for you. Here we've got 1 period to go in this contest, and then once again we've got 1 more game scheduled for tomorrow here, and we'll have it back on the CVCA Livestream YouTube page. We've got Canfield coming in for the final regular season game of the season for CVCA tomorrow at 5 o'clock. We'll be on the air at 4:55, and we'll see CVCA skate against Canfield to wrap up the regular season. You can watch it tomorrow here on the CVCA Livestream YouTube page. 3 second period goals is the difference in this one. Chagrin Falls with 2 full lines, which is not a lot, but CVCA skating with just 8 skaters, 3 subs, as it were. Not even a full second line. Giving up shot after shot with not much on the defensive side, just trying to survive. And the Royals had a 2-1 lead, but the last 4 have been scored by Chagrin Falls, who now lead 5-2, heading into the final 15 minutes of play. Tigers looking for their 2nd win in a row, their 8th win of the season. If they can hang on tonight, they'll be 5-9-1, and they'll be 2 points closer to catching the Royals, who were 4 points ahead of Chagrin Falls coming into the contest tonight. And right now with a 5-2 lead, if that holds with a 3-goal differential, they would jump ahead of CVCA, assuming the Royals are not successful tomorrow against Canfield. The 2 teams end up tied. Goal differential head-to-head would break that tie. And so this game does mean something to both these teams in terms of seeding for the Barron Cup. So the Royals will return back to the ice. They will begin this 3rd period on a power play. Once again, right at the end of the 2nd period, the referees issued a penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct to Justin Bookman, the sophomore forward for Chagrin Falls. He will start out the 3rd period in the box. So the Royals will start out with a 5-on-4 man advantage. They are 0 for 1 on the power play tonight, is CVCA. Mason Phillips leads the Tigers back onto the ice. And Chagrin Falls 15 minutes away. Their 5th win in the division this year, and their 2nd in a row. After they upset Mayfield 7-2 earlier this week on January 27th. Some big games coming up this weekend in the Blue Division. We mentioned Mayfield and Westlake with a potential Barron Cup championship preview, perhaps. They play tomorrow. Actually, they're playing tonight. So we'll see who comes out on top. That game being played up in Gilmore this evening. Right now, we're ready for 3rd period action. And the Royals start out on a power play, but immediately the Tigers clear it down the ice, and the Royals have to try to avoid, and they do not, a shorthanded goal backhanded into the back of the net by Ryan Delaney, and it's 6-2 Chagrin Falls. And that just is a hustle play. Delaney getting to the puck first, All the Tigers were trying to do was clear that puck, and the Royals did not skate back after it fast enough. Delaney got to it, and he beat the goaltender at 6-2. Shorthanded goal by Ryan Delaney. So 6-2, the score. The power play continues. Royals now trailing by 4. Minute and a half to go on the man advantage for CVCA. It's sent around the boards by Evan Canone. Josh Porter picks it up, and he'll head up the ice for CVCA. Porter gains the zone but loses the puck, and it's sent right back down the ice. Canone will skate back after it. 1:10 to go on the man advantage. Canone sends it around to the near side, looking for his teammate Brody Hoffman. Hoffman has it, but misplays it. Just not crisp action right now for the Royals at all, and they're probably exhausted, but they've just come out of the locker room. And Chagrin falls down a man, controls the puck. Oscar Flatch playing keep away. Two Royals crash into each other at center ice. Chagrin Falls with 3 defensemen, and the Royals only 2 players in the zone on the power play. And the Tigers finally clear it down. Turned over. The Tigers can't get a shot off. They'll just wait out the remainder of this power play as they send it back into the defensive zone. Flatch has it, and he'll shoot it down the ice. Another save for the Royals' problem, and the penalty time expires. Back to even strength for the Tigers. 0-4-2 now on the power play are the Royals. And there was not much, if any, offensive opportunity there at all. In fact, the Royals gave up a shorthanded goal, and that's where we stand with a 4-goal differential now. The Tigers leading 6-2. 12:38 to go in this one. It's sent around the boards at the far side point. Ryan Delaney sends it down low. Chasing after it is Justin Bookman. Bookman loses it. It's sent off the boards, the far sides, and Josh Porter pokes it ahead. 1-on-3. It's the Royals' legs pretty much gone. No surprise with just 3 skaters on the bench at any given time for CVCA. Here comes Chagrin Falls' Simperman. He's got a goal tonight. He's poke checked away out to center ice with 12 minutes to go. Dumped in by Chagrin Falls' Nathan Barona. CVCA will send it up, but not out. Kept in and sent down by Rossi. Chidima with company from number 13, Justin Bookman, who served that unsportsmanlike penalty. He's back out on the ice. Here come the Tigers. Once again, it's Flatch. And a shot goes wide into the corner. Berthelot for the Royals. Backhands it up, but turns it over. Rossi skates in. He's going to get a point-blank shot. Shoots it. It just goes wide into the corner. Barth with company from Chidima. Chidima digs it out, sends it ahead toward Kogan. Ryan Kogan sends it up and will just ice it. Actually, they'll wave off the icing, so the Tigers will have to play it. Oscar Flatch turns it over. Shot goes wide. Canone has both goals tonight for CVCA. He had that attempt, and here comes a 3-on-1 for Chagrin Falls. Centering pass, shot, and a save. Justin Bookman can't finish off that opportunity as Brabham makes another save. Berthelot angles it up off the glass. He finds CVCA's Larker. Larker 1-on-2 into the offensive zone. He'll shoot. It's knocked down. Trickles to the near side corner and sent up and out to center ice. Chidima will just feather it back. He does find Larker. Larker's going to gain the zone again. See if he can get one toward the goal. He does, but it's a weak shot. Didn't have much on that one, and it's sticked aside by Phillips. Flatch has it. Chagrin Falls perhaps playing their best hockey of the year. Skating in, uncontested shot, and another score. Oscar Flatch with that goal 5 minutes into the third period, making it 7-2. And the Royals just out of gas here. You get the replay right there, and Flatch skated right in. Not much Lucas Brabham could do on that one. What's the old saying? It's always darkest before the dawn. It is dark times right now for CVCA hockey. Another shot down low, and Brabham knocks down another one. Big hit on the far side boards. It doesn't prevent another shot from coming in, and Brabham makes another save. Diving. We got bodies flying everywhere. Puck is still loose, and CVCA will try and skate it out, and they will. Chadima on the near side. Wing. He'll stop, send it toward the goal. He was looking far side. Ryan Cogan was there, but he couldn't get a stick on it. It's kept in by Josh Porter and dumped down low. Flatch, who just skated end to end and had the last goal, has it. He surveys, sends a long pass ahead. He's looking for Josh Barona. Barona picks up the puck, is going to take right to the net, and a save by Brabham, and a forearm shiver from Barona to CVCA's Brody Hoffman. (7-2) the score. Back-to-back games with 7 goals for Chagrin Falls. Tigers did score 7 goals earlier this season against Nordonia, and they put up 8 against Orange back in December. 1 off their high water mark for the year. With 8.5 or 8:50 to go. The Royals on their heels. A Michigan attempt right there. And CVCA's Brody Hoffman said, no thank you. And pushing and shoving after the fact. Brody Hoffman not taking kindly to that, that attempt at a Michigan goal by Chagrin Falls to show up the Royals, who are shorthanded tonight. And we'll wait to see what the calls are. Into the box goes Justin Bookman. He's going to get his second penalty of the night. And we'll see what else transpires here. If you're not familiar with the Michigan, that was a goal where the Michigan Wolverines, I believe it was, pick the puck up like kind of a lacrosse ball and whip it in from the back of the net, and that's what the attempt was right there, and the Royals not taking kindly to that. The referee giving an explanation to Oscar Flatch. Flatch getting an explanation. Looks like he's doing most of the talking, but he's not getting his point across, as the only one in the box is Bookman. 2 minutes for roughing is the call. Time of the penalty, 6 minutes and 19 seconds to go. Or 19 seconds into the third period. The conversation continues. And frankly, I'm not sure what the dialogue would be. It's pretty straightforward. And now Craig Hoberman looking for an explanation. And from his perspective, and this is where the referee probably should have been spending most of his time, his player got leveled, albeit on an attempt to score a goal, with a Michigan goal. And CVC did initiate that contact. Everything happened after that occurred, and only one penalty was doled out. So the Royals do get a power play out of this situation. Royals 0 for 2, and they gave up a shorthanded goal on the last power play opportunity. They do win the faceoff here. Porter dumps it down low, but it goes past CVCA's Parker Berthelot. He gets it back on the far side, but It is cleared up and out of play into the bench area of the Tigers. Minute 44 to go in the penalty time to Chagrin Falls' Justin Bookman. And the conversation on the far side with the coaching staff continues between the linesmen. The assistant coaches for Chagrin Falls, David Lurie, Jacob Hoberman, and former Chagrin Falls defenseman Alex Newton. I believe that is Newton, perhaps, who was asking for an explanation as well. So another restart. Minute 40 to go as the save was made by Phillips on that last shot attempt by the Royals. Down low, Canone, who's got 2 goals, sends it up but not out. In fact, it's intercepted, and here comes a breakaway. Sipperman skates in, he's gonna shoot, and he will score! Henry Sipperman with a huge celebration. The senior gets a second shorthanded goal for Chagrin Falls today. And you see it again right there. Acted like he just won the Barron Cup. Eight to 2, and that will initiate the running clock with a 6-goal differential. Royals, a long time ago it seems, had a 2-1 lead, but the last 7 goals scored by Chagrin Falls. And now we have a running clock and should have a quick finish to this one unless the Royals can score and bring it back to regular clock. Competition. Here comes a shot, goes wide by Canone up to the far side. CVC will keep it in there. Josh Gross sends it back down low. Power play continues, 52 seconds to go. And Chagrin Falls will clear it down the ice. Gross will range back and skate after it. Tigers happy to just wait. Sent ahead. Porter, not expecting it, has it taken away. Josh Barone across ice and gets it back from Flatch. He'll send it up and clear it once again, and it'll go right by CVCA's Brabham with 22 seconds to go in the penalty time. It's sent ahead, but to no one in particular, and Flatch will just play pass with his teammate once again, Barona, and they'll send it back and forth D to D, and now it's sent ahead and cleared. 5 seconds left in the penalty time. Once again, running clock now with a 6-goal lead, 8 to 2, Chagrin Falls. They get their second power play goal, or second shorthanded goal rather, that is, during that CVCA power play. So back to even strength, 6.5 to go in this one. Into the offensive zone, Canone bodied off the puck. He's got the only 2 goals for CVCA this evening. He's got 5 goals against Chagrin Falls this year, but it's not enough tonight. Tigers gain the zone again. It's taken away from Rossi by Porter. On the near side boards, loose. Porter comes up with it again, angles it up, but not out. A laser beam wide, sent in by Oscar Flatch. 6 minutes to go here with the Tigers in command, 8 to 2 here at the Dan Kostel Rec Center. Porter does a good job to get that into the offensive zone, sends a shot in wide, misses the net. Kogan knocked down to the far side. Porter still trying to pressure, cannot come up with the puck, and Chagrin Falls will skate out with it. Tigers into the offensive zone. Penalty coming on CVCA, delayed penalty. And there's the touch-up. And Chadima with a touch-up, and Chagrin Falls will go on the power play for the first time tonight. Box is open, and in goes Evan Canone, and the call is a hook against Canone. Clock continues to run, and that penalty will begin to run off. We're down to 5 minutes to go in this one. Once again, we'll be back on the air tomorrow. The final regular season game of the season between CVCA and Canfield. Power play first of the night for Chagrin Falls. Shot and a save by Brabham. Oscar Flatch looking for another goal. He had one moments ago here to start this third period. Face off from the right face-off dot, drop down. And a penalty coming against Chagrin Falls. As the Royals dump it in. And the Tigers will touch up. Josh Barona will stop play. This is going to be a cross check. And it is Ryan Delaney who will go into the box. And so we'll go to 4-on-4 for about 56 seconds or so.
Tigers penalty number 8, Ryan Delaney, 2 minutes.
And then the Royals have a short power play once we finish up with the Canone penalty. We're under 4 minutes to go here, 8-2. Open ice now, 4-on-4. It's sent up but not out. Another shot and another goal for Chagrin Falls. That one from the left wing by number 13, Justin Bookman. It looked like it may have been deflected. Yet another look at it here. It fooled Brabham, and it's 9-2. So as we wait for the restart, the Royals will start this next shift with their own power play, as there are just 7 seconds left. And as soon as they drop the puck, then the Royals power play will begin. And they finally release the Royals extra man to the ice, and the Royals power play starts. 45 seconds to go on a short abbreviated power play for CVCA. They have given up goals to Chagrin Falls shorthanded on their last 2 power play opportunities. It's 9-2 Tigers. Big win for Chagrin Falls. They've reached their season high in goals in a game tonight against CVCA. As we look at those shots on goal, the Tigers approaching 70 shots on goal against the Royals tonight. .13 seconds left. The Tigers killing the power play, controlling the puck in their defensive zone. Barona. And we've got another penalty coming. The penalty against one Tiger expires, and another one goes into the box for another cross check. This one against Josh Barona. And so he will sit the remainder of this game out in the box. The Royals will be up an extra man unless they score for the remainder of this contest.
Tigers penalty number 10, Josh Barona, 2 minutes, cross check.
Getting a little chippy as we wind down here. Once again, the Tigers, remainder of their weekend. We'll see Chagrin Falls compete against Orange tomorrow up at the pond. And the Royals will have Canfield here at the Kostel Rec Center tomorrow afternoon at 5 o'clock here on CVCA Livestream. Once again, a reminder, Sports on Tap has coverage of the Barron Cup Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. 6 o'clock and 8 o'clock games on Sports on Tap's YouTube page. During their weeknight games, and then they'll have all 3 championship games on Friday. Tune in on Thursday for yours truly to have the coverage and the call of the 2 games in the white division on Thursday night with the guys over from Sports on Tap. But don't wait, come back to us tomorrow for our final broadcast of our regular season here on CVCA Livestream when Canfield is back in the house tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Here, final 45 seconds. Chagrin Falls looking for yet another shorthanded goal, potentially huge collision, and we're going to have another penalty. And this one's going to go against CVCA. Josh Porter getting a little comeuppance, apparently. I'll leave his number on one of the Tigers. Final 17 seconds will wind down, and that's going to end this contest in all likelihood. I don't think we'll restart as the clock is going to wind out, and we are going to go final here from the Dan Kostel Rec Center. The final score tonight, the Chagrin Falls Tigers, with a season-high 9 goals, defeat CVCA by a final score of 9-2. Royals, a valiant effort, we'll call it, with just 8 skaters available tonight. Again, decimated by injury and illness. And so, nearly 70 shots on goal tonight by the Tigers. and they win it with an important 2 points to try and move out of the 8th spot. They'll have Orange tomorrow, CVCA with Canfield, and we'll see how it all shakes out. But we encourage you to come back tomorrow and join us for the CVCA game against the Canfield Cardinals. For now, that's going to do it for our coverage tonight. We thank you for joining us on behalf of Sean Mosher on camera and our good man John Powell pressing all the buttons. We appreciate you watching and joining us. 9-2 the final. Good night, everybody. We'll talk to you tomorrow.